Good morning, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hi, my name is Ashley. We are having another Saturday off with some unusual starts to the morning. We are actually going to the track pretty early today so we can get some practice laps in. Hopefully all of the issues can get dealt with this Honda. I don't recommend buying new cars because they just seem to give you nothing but trouble.
Yeah.
Especially Hondas.
They're fast, but they break.
Yeah, for sure. Chandler will be back in action with the good old Celica.
That doesn't break.
That's reliable.
But slow.
We call her all reliable, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
Cannot wait. Weather is beautiful. Cannot wait.
Yep.
Well, made it to the track, got everything unloaded, so we're gonna head out and take some test laps. First time out, I was really tight finding the car, so my dad made a big adjustment, and then I went back out, and now it's super loose, barely able to make it through the corners. I was so trying to fight not spinning out. So taking my right front up to Bardos, probably give me a new tire. Hopefully that will fix it. We're running down to crunch time now. The pit gates are about to open, so I'll have to wait until open practice at 4 to see if that change works. So we went out for open practice and car felt real good in 1 and 2. Still can't quite make it to the bottom in 3 and 4, but I like how it's handling in the middle of the groove, so we might just leave it and just do that. They pushed another practice in. We have a lot of cars though, so now qualifying is a little bit behind schedule. So we'll see at the end of the day how many cars we actually have in all the classes. They just now got the times up, so we'll get to know what me and Chandler are at compared to the field. So I'm 11th quick, Chandler is 13th quick. We have 20 cars in our class. That is probably a record for this whole season. Have not seen that many cars all season, so love that for us. Late models are just about 20 late models, I'm pretty sure, as well, so that's really good. Car counts are up. Love to see it. And we were able to get 16 Hornets this week, so shout out to everybody that has been promoting this event and working really hard to get cars here. It's really good to see good car counts in all the classes again, so looking forward to hopefully a good night of racing. We got the car handling okay now. It's just got a really bad throttle push off the corners, so I don't know where we go from there. So hopefully we can get something figured out. I should be hopefully looking good for the race. Hopefully we have a clean race. We've done pretty good all season, having no cautions and stuff like that. Everybody being respectful and everything like that. So looking forward to it, and my mom will be recording. So that will probably be the next clip. So enjoy the races. If I didn't have any luck, I'd have no luck at all. My battery died right when I was ready to pull out for the heat race, so that's not ideal. Went to hit the starter and it was not turning over, so brought her back to the pit. We kind of stole the wench's battery. So yeah, hopefully I can finish the race, and hopefully we have a caution-free race. That would be really, really ideal. And yupper. So enjoy the more racing coming up after this. I made it through the end of the feature, finished 4th, and I'll take it after the day that I just had with that car. So, woo, we got on the trailer, no problems. Let's fucking go. Woo, and Chandler's in one piece. Late models to come, so stay tuned.
63 fast and average, 67 down to
20 Hornets. They have gone under their time. They have flipped. And now we have lost a tire. Great showing. Chandler, what time is it?
2 a.m.
2 a.m. What the fuck? We are now done.
It is 2 a.m.
Oh my god! And welcome to the end of another week's video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Hit that subscribe button with the bell next to it so you get notified when I post. And follow me on Instagram and TikTok as well. It was a late night indeed. So we're back again in action for the Al Cook Memorial Race for the late model sportsmen. So I'm probably not gonna record that whole race just because that's a lot of laps and my phone is usually pretty low battery at that point of the night. So TBD on how many laps I catch of that. And the 4-wheel drives will be back in action as well. So exciting weekend to come. And that about sums it up. So I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye.